Okay, back with the November release. And last time we did the worked on the intros, did some automation. I was debating about how uh, to actually do it, whether to automate it within the session view like this or to do it in arrangement view. I am not going to do arrangement view anymore. That is just not happening for the individual parts. Just going to automate it in this version of the track 9921 Evening Chord Gen V2. The demo of the track is actually up on SoundCloud. The links are in the description and on my socials. So I'm just going to keep uploading demos to that SoundCloud playlist for the November release. This is what we have so far for the intro and arrangement view. Again, I'm going to delete this, but let's listen to it here. Oh, I need to set my correct output. All right, let's check it. Okay, let's delete all of that. But the that's going to need to be much further away. Should I use... Wait, where's my far away rack? This is a rack that, again, I learned about from Producer Dojo with Il Gates. I think I actually already used this on... This is what's opening up, or was opening up on the strings earlier, so we're going to re-automate that. Probably shouldn't have deleted it. Great. Why is there an echo on the melody? Okay, far away rack. Let's solo it. So it's pretty isolated. This should sound all right with everything else on solo. Ooh, maybe no strings at all, and just maybe bring them up. Yeah, let's do that. How long is that? This is 8 bars, right? Yeah. Where's the... Oh, the clip automation is going to be just for the clips. Okay, so why is it saying limiter? What? Why is it not showing? Okay, I want the far away rack bass. It has to be on the actual clip itself. Like I can't... Oh gosh. Okay, so wait, how am I going to automate? Can I just automate that over time, like in a dummy clip or something? Like, how do I get it so that I can automate this over 8 bars, but only for that clip? I guess I have to put it on the actual... All right, so we're gonna have a strings group. It's gonna be okay. It's not even, it doesn't even, it's already grouped. I don't need it. Wow. This, learning a lot about Ableton as I'm doing this. There's got to be a way to automate it there. Nope. I thought there was like a... Okay, so that's the case. Really, just on that one? So like if I split that, if I duplicate the strings there, it's going to be... What strings clip is this? Okay, whatever. Just checking out. There's a lot of random clips all over the place. Don't know what they are as random ideas. Okay, so then whatever. For now, I'm just going to bring that faraway rack on to just that. Take the limiter off. And then on this clip only, we're going to say device on just for this clip. That means for this one, it should be off, right? Nope. It's going to, okay, so still need that. Default is off. I want it to be on, but it should be off for the other one. Yeah, there we go. And then now this macro 1 over 8 bars, slowly bring it in. It's really too quick of a release of this riff tease, and it's because it doesn't go anywhere. So this needs to be slowly sent to like a reverb. Why what the heck is going on? Oh, there it is. To like a reverb. Potentially, excuse me, potentially even the delay, just so that there's like some residue of the track after, or of the clip, so it doesn't just stop out of nowhere. I do like the way that chorus comes in, though. The choir comes in. Okay, so let's do the same thing with the delay. Automating this like this is probably not the quickest way, but it does give me an element of insight into like what's actually happening on the track, as opposed to trying to pick elements in and out as I'm like playing it on a push, playing the clips on the Ableton push, which is to my right here, and then trying to figure out what's going on where I can just automate it here. This is definitely not fast though. All right, let's try it again. Is the reason why it's not having any residue because of the fact that am I gonna have to like do like a freeze there to get, because the second that I hit the next scene, it just disappears. So on the reverb, okay, well that's not reverb. That's Wow, this has been double delayed. Should be reverb in here. Dry wet all the way up. Just leave it default. Besides that, it's because it's too quiet. Bad transition. That might have to scrap the resampling for now, or just figure out how to get that to work. Kind of abrupt from that second verse to the outro. So there's been this pluck here this whole time, and I don't think I've heard it until now. I wonder what it sounds like in these other ones. What is it doing in the break? Let's do something crazy. No, those are all okay. That's 8 bars, but it's doing it. All right. So when I say crazy, I mean right now the pluck You can't hear it. And I like this pluck. That's why I put it in there. What even is this? This is probably it's just a stock Ableton plug. This is what I use in all of my racks that are multi-instrument that have the need for something that's going to get arpeggiated. Is I just use this plug, but you can't hear it. So what I'm thinking is, if it's arpeggiating, let's just move it over. That was one too many. So that when it actually triggers the arpeggiation, it's at a different time, because it's just arpeggiating. This is the main chord, so it's just arpeggiating the main chords. So move it so that it triggers it at a different time, and then we can actually hear it in the track. It might not work. Let's see what we got here. There's just too much going on in the break for this to really stand out. So the question is, do I even want it? If it's not going to do anything. It's just muddying up the mix. But actually, that's the same could be said for it in the entire track, or the second part of the track from the break on, or after the intro and the first verse, I should say. Like, it's just muddying up the mix. If I can't even hear it, how do I make it stand out? You got chorus, you have two strings going, you have this pad, you have not chorus, choir. Is there drums? There's some just simple percussion, no bass line, so that helps, but it's not going to be able to stand out. Well, you can sort of hear it there. I mean, I put a delay on it. Let's put a little reverb on it. Okay, so it's starting to sound better with that delay added in there. I just love delay. Listen to this. Oh wow, that's actually happening in the reverb, because the reverb is. Oh yeah, it's a little bit too tinny though. How do we make this bigger? No cuts. Make the size a little bigger here, a lot bigger, I guess. Yeah, and then the time needs to be higher. I really want this to just like sit in there. Do I want I'm going to keep the pluck. Oh, look at that volume. Yeah, keep it at 6. I'm going to keep that the same. I want to boost the returns. What's like the right way to do this, right? I have a value or a signal being sent to the returns that I really like, and I want it to stand out. I guess when you bounce it down, you get the values of the return track, so it probably doesn't need to be. But I'm going to boost it in here just for the demo sake, for the sake of making the demo. So put it in the limiter, in the reverb and in the delay, and we're going to boost it a little bit. 3 is fine, 3.7, whatever. Yes. So something that is also abundantly clear here is that this pad is way too loud, even though it's being gated. I wonder what the value is at. So this is negative 17 decibels. So I guess, but I mean, you have two oscillators in Serum here. Serum's pretty cool. It's just like a really tight, dense sound, but for some reason I'm using it as a pad. I guess without the gate, it would be way too much without the gate. I'd like to just point out right now how bad the drums are on this. I'm not even talking about like the quality of the drum samples, because these are not synthesized. These are just drums that are things that I've acquired through different sample packs or whatever. This is the rack right here. So another method from Producer Dojo, 128. The 128 method, just check it out in Producer Dojo if you don't know anything about it, but it's really cool. So it's really funny. Like, man, if this thing gets some percussion that's decent, even the kick is terrible for this track at least. But if it gets some percussion that's decent, this could really be something. But right now, it's like, why isn't it playing? Yes, the percussion is just really awful. But that's fine. The first draft of anything is crap. Strings are also too loud. I'm not sure why I doubled them up here, because there's no difference between them. And then this pluck, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of, because this is the one. Well, were there any changes made? Yes, that's right. I changed where the pluck happens. So I'm going to have to move that for the rest of the tracks. So I'm taking that pluck out. Copy this setup and then duplicate it for the rest of the strings are too loud. Oh, I know why. Because the strings are doing something different. The strings, if I'm not mistaken, this one has articulation there, and then this one, the articulation is up there. So this is, and then this one is, but they're just way too loud. Yeah, because they're at 0 dB. It's not. This one was at, this one's at 6, and this one. I do like what's happened with that pluck there. It's a whole other conversation about the velocity of the hits. This is all just how I recorded it when I was just doing like playing around with chords, trying to find chords that worked, which is where this whole track idea came from. Because on this hit right after the 5th bar starts, I mean, it's so much louder and it makes a difference in the track. But so I'm leaving it as it is for now, but that could be something that could be adjusted later. This is the drop. It's really awful. Drums are too loud. Not sure why I only have the lower octave choir, because I think this is a good chance to bring in the other choir. Let me just see what it sounds like. I'm gonna leave it in there. What, do you hear that swell at the beginning of the B verse? Like, there's this crazy swell, and I like it, but it just disappears. But okay, so maybe it doesn't disappear. So this pluck is it's just not gonna, you can't, there's too much going on. You're not gonna be able to hear it. We had to do all that crazy stuff just to get it to work in the breakdowns. It's not gonna work with the rest of look at this, you can't even hear it. Oh, but we could force ourselves to hear it with a little call and response by cutting out everything, or at least cutting out the serum stuff. There's got to be, yeah, there's a gate there. Oh, but that one's already gated. If I gate it, all right, let's just do a test. So I'm going to mute this. If I put a gate on here and I say you're going to be gated by the pluck, which is track 25. 25 pluck. Let's just solo it. Okay, let's see what happens. Is that taking the audio? So if I solo just that and 25, I guess I just have gating reversed. Oh, okay. Let's see what happens if I flip it. Yeah. All right. Let's see. That residue is from, yeah, this. Oh yeah, it's got that whole effect rack of, yeah, I'm going to deal with that at some point. So this is cool because now we can get to really mess around with how gate is meant to be used, which is I need this to be a lot more smooth. I can't treat the pluck. Well, I'd like to treat the pluck like the click track, where it's just a kick drum that I've used, and that it's used for side chaining. But this needs to be smoother, so we're just gonna play it and go back to the effect and see how we can make it like more smooth curve as opposed to like ducking it. So in the headphones, you can start to hear the pluck come out, but the pluck is still too quiet. And there's still a lot of other stuff going on in the track, so that makes it hard. just going to boost the heck out of the pluck just to see what it sounds like. Again, this hack of just boosting the limiter is probably not going to work. We're going to need to remove some audio information from somewhere else. Trim the fat. And this is with the other pad muted. If you bring that back in, it might be game over all over again. I like that plug. Okay, so what else is making all that? What is that? So our typical thing with the choir, there's a bass line back in here now. This thing is just all over the place. This might be a candidate to just, it's just a little bit, I don't know. Let's listen to it all together. Is just too loud. Okay, let's just. Getting a little bit more breathing room for different elements. Choir can still be louder. The drums need to be fixed immensely, redone, not even fixed. But now we're kind of got like, there's like the different elements at least have a personality. Maybe it could be fixed, made better, but they at least have a personality. And then they have room to breathe. This saw, though, what is this saw? Is this the one that I was just working on? What is this? I don't know if we really need that. Can you even hear it? There's the distortion from the trance lead. This is another one that could probably. I like this sound. It's from another thing from Ill Gates, but really, it doesn't need to be a major player here. So we can kind of send it to the back with the far away rack. Soloing the reverb return. There's a lot going on in those reverb and delay tracks. Probably going to end up being individual ones, but okay. Let's see if there's anything else we want to do. In the headphones, I can hear this saw. I can hear it. It's actually probably needs to be a little bit even quieter because I'm sending it. I'm reverbing a reverb, but I'm sending it to the returns. I just want it to be in the background, sort of like a like set the tone, but it doesn't need to be right in front of your face. Make the reverb on it a little bit more. I really like that gating of this pad. It could be fine tuned, but just taking that pluck, gating it with the pluck, kind of gives the pluck a chance to breathe. I like that. I just like plucks in general. All right, that's going to do it for today's work. Just wanted to get something in before heading out for weekend plans. But so really not working on the intro. We're kind of just working on the whole track. At this point, I mean, what else am I going to do in terms of writing? I get into that zone sometimes where I end up trying to make everything perfect with the writing. It's like this is the song is the song. If you want to make another one that it's different, do it. Let's just get this one finished. So stop breaking it into parts. Just finish it, and as to the best of what you have, what you've written here, which is this is it. That's all we got. And then let's arrange it, record it. We'll have to do some automation. We need to add effects and elements like sound effects, not just like audio effects on the actual tracks themselves to make it a little bit more interesting. There's no white noise, no risers, no whooshes. So maybe we'll do some fine tuning next time. All right. Thank you for watching.